Tell me your name, please.
My name is Terence Regan.
Okay, tell us about the area or neighborhood you live in.
I live in the Custom House area. I've been living here for 50 plus years. I've moved out a few times, but I always keep to come back to it. My mum's been my family over for a long while. I also I also realise that for the new generations been coming up for a long while, it's just not very good in the area. There's a lot of crime, a lot of neglect and all that, and it's just very very hard to make ends meet sometimes for people, for locals who I speak to and that.
Okay. How and why did you get involved in the project?
Because I was stuff I've been doing in the past, and as I say, I was very passionate about the regeneration, and I work on the Custom House Steering Group co-production, and I thought this would be an extension and a great way for me to learn about people's questions and all that, and if there was a future in it for me to pursue that future, so I can use both things, or as use it as a job, and also use it to progress what I want to do, what I need to do in life with both things. So it's double whammy for me.
What does prosperity mean to you?
It means being able to have a nice life, get the things you want in that way, not the big things and not the new expensive cars, but just to have a nice life and be able to afford to pay your rent, be able to afford to pay your bills, to have hopefully a lot of love in your life, a lot of people around you who love you and care for you, and a lot of special people. Just to be able to survive, not to be, I don't know, I don't need no big cars, I don't need no fancy watches, I don't need no fancy 6-bedroom mansion, just to be able to survive from each day and feel comfortable in life.
Okay. Why is citizen-led research important to you?
Because I didn't know much about it when I first started, but now I've learned about it. I think it's great at collecting information and overcoming difficulties in life, barriers and prosperity that people, so people can have a nice life. I think it's very important that the information gets out there. I always find one of the things I do before in Custom House, there's a lack of information that doesn't quite get across the line. People don't quite listen. I think this is a great way for people to listen. Find out about your neighbours, find out about people in the community, find out people from other areas, find out what people want and how they believe and what they want of each other, what their goals, what their futures is. It helps people's futures, I feel.
What do you hope to gain or achieve from the project?
As I've said, alluded to earlier, I wouldn't mind trying to do something like this full time in the future. But if it didn't come like that way, I hope I can. But if it didn't come that way, I think what I've learned for what I do in the area to be able to help people has been wonderful. 10 out of 10. I think I'd love to be able to continue doing this. I'd love to be able to get this information. I'd love to be able to nail it down and be as good as some of the ones who are teaching us. I think that's a great way to look at it, because I'm impressed. I've admired what they're doing. I've taken into the concept of what they're doing, and I think it's brilliant.
What are your future plans after you become CSS?
I would like to continue, obviously, working in the area, find out as much as I can, and just proceed through the ranks of doing it, to be honest with you. So to be able to be good at my job, to be able to do the right thing at my job, to be able to feel comfortable with doing this job in all aspects of it, to be able to say that I think it's an achievement, and I think it's absolutely essential, the information that people are trying to gather in the area. Absolutely essential. Or not, sorry, I keep saying the area, but all over, everywhere, not just in the area, everywhere. I think it's absolutely essential for people's futures.
What advice would you give to people thinking of training to become citizen social scientists?
I'd say go for it. I'd say you'll love it, you'll enjoy it, you'll find out a lot of information. And if you didn't want to do nothing after it, the information you found out is saying, but I think it's a great way forward for people. I would definitely advise them to try it. Definitely get involved.
Where is your favorite place in your area?
I think my favourite place in the area will probably be I wouldn't say it was a place, but from the old streets when I was younger, we used to go walking around there. I still enjoy walking around there and remembering the old landmarks that was there. And I've got quite a few friends in the area who I've known since I was 5 years old, who was thingy. And it's a nice certain places in here, certain directions of things, even though they might look run down, they still brings back great memories and joy for me to walk down in places. So I enjoy that.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
About the area or neighbourhood you live in.
I live in Beckton. I've been living there for 11 years, and I think it's a very inclusive with diverse backgrounds. People of all different backgrounds live there, and it's a wonderful place to be. But because of the crimes and antisocial behavior, it's becoming a bit unsafe. But rest all, it's good.
How and why did you get involved in the project?
I got through someone who works in Newham, and I came to know about this project through her. But I loved what they were doing, and I got really interested, and I joined the project for that.
What does prosperity mean to you?
Prosperity means a good life, to have a good job, able to afford things that is necessary in your life, and safety for your kids.
Why is citizen-led research important to you?
Citizens-led research, I think, is the most important thing because citizens know what is lacking in the area and also what needs to be done, and this needs to be put forward to the authorities who are trying to develop in that part of the area.
What do you hope to gain or achieve from the project?
I hope that our research would make them see what needs to be done, and they would actually work towards that and try to join the dots which the people think they don't do and can be done in a balanced way.
What about your future plan? What are your future plans after you become a citizen social scientist?
My future plan would be to continue doing this if possible, or to gain the knowledge and do some other community work if it really helps.
What advice would you give to people thinking of training to become a citizen social scientist?
I think it's a wonderful platform to bring forward the problems you face in the area, and I think you should definitely do it.
And lastly, where is your favourite place?
My favorite place are normally the open areas where you can sit and relax and have uh, can go there just and have a thought and be free for some time. That is my
Okay,
favorite. Yeah,
thank you very much.
thank you.